Avengers Infinity War changed the playing field forever. And while we're used to seeing some powerful characters on screen, this film showed some truly overpowered characters. In order, here is our list of the heroes and villains who were just too strong in Infinity War. Before we count them down, be sure to subscribe to the channel and hit that little bell to stay up to date with everything Screen Rant. Cull Obsidian. The largest member of the Black Order, Cull Obsidian is a troll-like figure who is the strongest physically of all of Thanos' children. He's so strong that Tony Stark's first instinct was to let the Hulk have him in the fight in New York. Unfortunately, that didn't happen. Cull was shown to have immense strength and fought off Iron Man and Spider-Man with relative ease in his opening battle. He was also presented at the Battle of Wakanda, where despite being a force to be reckoned with, he was taken out by technology as opposed to brute strength when the Hulkbuster armor thrust him into the Wakandan force field. Wong. A guardian of the York Sanctum, Wong is second only to Doctor Strange himself when it comes to the mastery of the mystic arts. He's also that much more intelligent than the Sorcerer Supreme himself, being guardian of the ancient texts and all. Wong is able to carry his weight quite well in the opening battle of New York against the Black Order. As a veteran master of the mystic arts, he has complete control over his magical abilities. It's a shame he couldn't stick around after the battle. He would have been more useful at the Battle of Wakanda than as a guardian of the Sanctum. But duty calls. Heimdall. As gatekeeper of the Bifrost, he was one of the strongest people in all of Asgard. He had the ability to look at anyone and anything in the universe and focus on it in detail, no matter how tiny it is. Unfortunately for him, he wasn't on guard duty in Ragnarok and didn't see Thanos coming. In order to warn people of Thanos' impending doom, he used black magic to bring Bruce Banner to Earth without the Bifrost. This is likely the same black magic that brought Thor to Earth in the first Avengers. Without Heimdall, Earth would have been toast, as they would have had no heads up on the threat. Iron Man. The leader of one half of the Avengers, Tony Stark, has built up years of experience and technology to help him win the day. With the biggest threat Earth has ever faced here, Tony's come prepared with some new upgrades. Being a genius billionaire, he's created a new Iron Man suit that utilizes nanotechnology to give a much sleeker and more technologically advanced suit. Furthermore, he designed the Iron Man spider suit for Peter Parker, which allowed to the web slinger to not only power up, but survive in Earth's thin upper atmosphere as Ebony Maw's ship left the planet. Corvus Glaive and Proxima Midnight. Okay, this one is two characters, but they're pretty much one character anyway. Glaive and Midnight are two members of the Black Order, and in the comics are actually husband and wife. The pair share a lot of powers, but have unique spears tied to them. Glaive is effectively immortal while in possession of his spear, while Proxima can use telekinesis to control hers while blinding her opponent. Oh, and that's not including the superhuman strength and speed the duo possesses. Glaive was the one responsible for seriously wounding Vision, which took him out of the fight for the rest of the movie. Ebony Maw. The final member of the Black Order is ironically the weakest physically. In fact, in the comics, he has no physical powers whatsoever, but just because he's not as strong as his siblings in the Order doesn't mean he's the weakest. Maw's talent lies in being able to talk to anyone and convince them to do whatever he wants. He's also a talented magician himself and beats Doctor Strange in a magical duel. His apparent downfall came from not knowing enough about pop culture, but his scary and casual demeanor and master of the mind made him a force to be reckoned with. Doctor Strange. The Sorcerer Supreme was one of the most important characters in Infinity War. The guardian of the Time Stone, he was able to peek into over 14 million possible futures to strategize an outcome in the battle against Thanos on Titan. With his insight, he likely saved the day despite it not looking so victorious. A master of the mystic arts, he's able to use illusions and physical magic against his opponents. Not to mention, he wears the Cloak of Levitation, the charming cape with a mind of its own that saved his neck on more than one occasion. Scarlet Witch. One of the strongest members on the Avengers, she was seriously needed on the Wakandan battlefield much earlier, as Okoye stated. With her enhanced powers granted to her by the Mind Stone, Wanda Maximoff is able to do just about anything she wants. Force fields, mental manipulation, and telekinesis are just some of the tricks that she can do. We've seen her take out the Avengers with ease in Ultron and unleash the Hulk. She even put Vision in his place, which goes to show that she's one insanely powerful Avenger. Thor. The God of Thunder has really become one of the strongest characters in the MCU since Ragnarok. Able to summon his trademark lightning on his own now without the mighty hammer Mjolnir, Thor is essentially a one-man army, as evident by his arrival at the Battle of Wakanda. Coupled with his new weapon, the star-forged axe named Stormbreaker, Thor was the only one who dealt a serious wound to Thanos in the entire film. Speaking of Stormbreaker, he forged the weapon while taking the full power of a dying star on his back and brushed it off. We think Thor will be integral to the fight in Avengers 4. Thanos. Spoiler alert, even before he collected all 6 Infinity Stones, Thanos was a force to be reckoned with. But in Infinity War, his quest to assemble the Infinity Gauntlet and eradicate half of all life in the universe made him even more fearsome. With all 6 stones in his possession, wiping out trillions of lives was as effortless as snapping his fingers. Any incoming attack on him could be stopped thanks to the Reality Stone. And thanks to the Power Stone alone, he beat the Hulk so badly that Banner couldn't transform at all during the film. Now that's saying something.
I think it's good, except it sucks. So let me do the plan, and that way it might be really good.
Wow.
That's it for now. Which character do you think was the most powerful in Infinity War? Was there someone that you think should have made our list? Who was the weakest character in the film? Let us know in the comments below, and be sure to like this video and subscribe to the channel for more awesome content just like this in your playlist every day. Thanks for watching.